Mindy again. In case you forgot, I have spent more than 20 years in government and media relations, public affairs, and community outreach. I've survived enough cop jokes, press calls, and committee meetings to qualify for combat pay. I've wrangled reporters on deadlines, smiled through community feedback that felt more like heckling, and dodged more reply all emails than should be humanly possible. Now I'm bringing all of that chaos here to you, the world of unidentified and missing persons cases. These aren't just files, they're stories. Some are heartbreaking, some are bizarre, and some will make you wonder if people really are okay. And if we can make you laugh, gag, or mutter WTF along the way, we think we're doing a good job.
I think you're doing a great job, Mindy. Hey there, everyone. I'm Dr. Nikki. I've worked in the forensic anthropology, death investigation, and crime scene analysis field for over 30 years. I've done a lot of autopsies. I've witnessed a lot of dead people, and I've examined a bunch of skeletal remains along that path. I've also witnessed the inhumane things people can do to each other and the incredibly humane ways committed folks in the law enforcement and death investigation communities investigate those crimes and try and find resolutions. Needless to say, I've seen a bunch of things. Now we, Mindy and I, want to make sure you see the behind the scenes effort it takes to bring these people home and to hone in and resolve these types of cases. I think this is going to be a fun one.
So for our dismembers, this episode is going to be a little bit different because we think you might be wondering who these people are. Who the actual fuck are these two women? What kind of deranged shit have they seen to make them qualified? Or, let's be honest, crazy enough to talk about this stuff?
Yeah, well, we did work for the largest law enforcement agency in our state. So there's that qualification, right?
100%.
Yeah. And this is where we confess we are a little unhinged. Always have been, but in a highly professional way. To prove it, we're going to talk about some highly professional things that happened on your first day, Mindy. When you told me about your first day, we were drinking.
Always. I mean, come on. Not always, but obviously.
I know. When you told me about it, your first day, I nearly spit out my hard cider. I was drinking hard cider that day. I was laughing, and it was day. It was the afternoon.
That says a lot about us, too. Day drinking.
I was laughing.
Again.
I was laughing so hard. And then I just had to pound the rest of that hard cider, and I demanded you tell me the whole story. And we had to make a podcast out of it because it fucking cracks me up. It really is hysterical. So,
and it's what sitcoms are made of. I mean, truly
it's so true. It's so true. So let's talk about your first day, Mindy.
Yeah. So, okay. Baby Mindy, picture that. Long time ago. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, Target clearance rack power outfit. Let's be serious, right? Thought I'd be spending my first day filling out HR forms, learning where the heck the break room was, you know, typical first day stuff.
Where's the ladies' room? How do I get my time card signed?
Absolutely. Right.
So be honest, did you practice your new job smile in the mirror that morning? What do you think?
Well, hell yeah. I mean, I had to have that, you know, you hired the perfect bitch, I'm responsible look down pat. You know, little did I know, 5 hours later, I'd be standing in Ace Hardware wondering if they sold vomit bags, honestly.
Okay, wait. You have to back up for just a minute. First off, tell our listeners how you even ended up working for our law enforcement agency. What job did you interview for? And probably more importantly, what job did you get?
So yeah, I interviewed, nailed it, got the job, right? As an executive assistant. That's right. Just someone's basically office bitch. Totally sold myself on it, thought I was about to become that person, shiny new title, crisp little desk plant, fetch the files, answer the phones, smile pretty, don't break the copier, right? That is what I thought.
Yes.
Basically, just like I said, office bitch, which was totally fine with me. That was actually what I was going for.
Like when I think of executive assistant, I think of like you're getting on a private plane with someone and telling them their schedule for the international summit. I don't know why, but it sounds glamorous.
Yeah, it's not glamorous. I will, lived through it, got past it. Not glamorous, and no private planes. We are a state. They are a state agency.
That's true.
And then surprise, right?
Mhm.
Day one hits and plot twist, right? Congratulations, Mindy. You thought you were signing up to be a polite paper pusher, but actually, you're about to get front row tickets to the weirdest, darkest, and occasionally grossest parts of humanity. And me, because it's me, I just smiled, nodded. Sure, sounds fun. Meanwhile, inside, I'm screaming, what did I just sign up for? But hey, that's public service. You go where you need to, right? You just do what you need to do. And sometimes you land exactly where you didn't plan to be, which in my case meant walking straight into a Twilight Zone episode, and probably the weirdest of my career.
Well, and how crazy is it that it was your first day too? I mean,
Correct.
Talk about a one-way ticket to the Twilight Zone, right?
Twilight Zone, for
so
sure.
Instead of filling out HR forms or hiding in the public ladies' room,
right?
What actually happened on your first day, baby Mindy, executive assistant?
Yeah, again, I imagined I'd spend the day sipping burnt coffee from a chipped mug, maybe learning how to properly unjam that office copier, because those suckers are a pain in the ass.
Yes.
The glamour side of public service. Instead, before I could even find the restroom, I'm told, grab your keys, new girl, you're going on a supply run for shovels.
Okay, shovels, not trowels. I'm wondering why in the world an executive assistant needs not one shovel, but plural shovels.
Right? Not a stapler,
No.
not printer paper, shovels. Again, picture me, fresh employee, standing in line at Ace Hardware, clutching 3 shovels, not just shovels, snow shovels. And again, also trying to look like I belong because I'm in office attire. Again, that crisp Target office look.
The I can handle 3 shovels with one hand look is a big confidence booster.
Yes.
Did you at least buy a house plant to throw them off? Like, I'm here for a couple of things. One being a house plant, 2 being multiple snow shovels, which I know what shovels are used in my line of work, but I'm not sure what they're used in your line of work, Mindy.
Right? Because, nothing screams, I'm not here for corpse pickup duty, like a philodendron in your cart with shiny new shovels, right?
Oh, such a missed opportunity with that plant. You should have added duct tape and bleach, really leaned into the look. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little lye.
Right? Come on.
Big bag of lye.
Again, I agree. Missed opportunity. And now, let's go multiple decades later. That would have been the first thing I thought about. But instead, instead of that instant true crime or crime starter pack, the cashier gave me this look like I was, lady, are you starting a cold? And all I could think of was, please God, don't ask me what I'm doing with these. Just smile, nod, and tell me I'm to have a good day. Don't ask me why I'm buying 3 shovels.
Honestly, in retrospect, you should have leaned into it. Just some light weekend gardening plus whatever else turns up or whoever else turns up, right?
You're right. Ooh. But alas, I was still just that fresh-faced baby, not the jaded old bitch I am now.
Oh, come on now.
Here's the thing. When you apply for public service, nobody warns you in the job posting. It's like never like must be proficient with Word, Outlook, and occasional corpse recovery.
Or ability to lift 40 pounds, file reports, and tolerate the smell of cooked tannerite meat.
Exactly. Instead, the description is all team player, flexible, fast-paced environment,
Which really means, yeah, hold on, sweetheart, it's about to get feral.
Right.
And we've kind of jumped ahead of ourselves, however.
A little bit, yes. But if you ever see other duties as assigned in a government job description, that is code for one day you're buying Post-it notes, the next you're hauling 3 shovels and they're not for gardening. Anyway, yeah, I bought shovels because apparently some guy out in Skamania County decided to load up a crap ton of tannerite and blew himself into next week. The blast? Big enough to shatter trees and leave a crater 2 feet deep and about 10 feet across.
Oh, holy shit. That sounds dangerous and probably hazardous, right? Oh,
Right.
and for our dismembers who aren't, I don't know, like redneck adjacent, Mindy, tell us what the hell is tannerite?
So tannerite is like Walmart's answer to hold my beer. It's a binary explosive target. 2 stable compounds, mix them together, and when a high velocity bullet hits it at, let's say, over 2,000 feet per second, boom.
It explodes.
Big boom. Yeah. Instant fireworks. The combination is actually relatively stable when subjected to forces that aren't a high velocity bullet strike. So you could hit it with a hammer and nothing. You could drop it after you mix it together, nothing. It's legal. It's sometimes fun. I mean, who doesn't want to watch something blow up from shooting it instead of just putting a hole in a paper target, right? It's just that's what it's for. Again, it's legal, it's fun, but also a really, really fast way to off yourself into the afterlife if you're not careful.
Or if you have a death wish, right?
Right. Exactly.
So, and let's be clear, we aren't busting the balls on tannerite or the people that make or sell tannerite targets at all. That they're cool. You may remember, dismembers, I grew up in Montana, and Mindy is a mountain girl too. So we adore watching things explode.
Yep.
We collectively, we've talked about this, collectively think tannerite is cool as fuck.
Yeah, totally.
It's a fun way to add some pizzazz to your target shooting or a day at the range if you use the products properly. Used properly, like Mindy said, I'll watch it explode all day if I'm behind some sort of a barrier. Used improperly, you again get a crater, a fine pink mist, and clean up with shovels.
Yeah. Yep. And if you don't believe us, Google tannerite gone wrong sometime. Just Google it, but not from a work computer, just FYI. You'll find some guy in Alabama who blew his entire shed up, or a dude in Michigan who accidentally vaporized his barbecue grill. It's basically Darwin Award with a price tag.
See, everyone, educational podcast is on its way right here. Meet me at the morgue. Never thought you'd learn about tannerite, did you?
Exactly. So I get back to work, hand over the goods, and realize they're going to use them to pick up literal pieces of this guy.
Okay, can I ask real quick, who's requesting the shovels? Like, who gave you this order, this directive?
So possibly the superintendent of the law enforcement agency I worked for. Yes.
Okay. And this was in service to the medical examiner's office, probably.
Absolutely. The medical examiner's office in Oregon falls underneath the law enforcement umbrella, for sure.
Gotcha. So welcome to this type of public service, sweetheart, right? You did not sign up for an accounting firm. This is not the definition of a classic desk job, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. The air smells like pine trees, hot asphalt, and a sea of regret. Chainsaws were buzzing in the distance, radios were squawking, cops in reflective tape and with reflective tape and vests trampling around. Uh, again, that crime scene tape was just hanging there loosely fluttering like some fucked up birthday streamer. And
Oh,
me,
God.
right? Just little old me, still trying to figure out where to park my car, literally. And that tannerite mixed with cook meat smell. Well, it's the first time my nose had ever been in the presence of that particular combo. I can tell you that.
Yeah, God, I can just imagine. That's something you will never forget. It's like a
Mm-mm.
scent signature tattooed into your brain.
Yes,
If
exactly.
yeah, that's not a hot dog.
That's not a hot dog.
I love me
No,
the smell of a hot dog, not a
but
hot
that ain't
dog.
it. That ain't
No.
it.
If you ever get a chance to smell it again, you'd probably know it in an instant, right?
Oh, absolutely. I
Mm.
can smell tannerite to this day, and I still get that little gag reflex right in the back of my neck. It's exactly. It doesn't smell like lavender dismembers. Let's just be clear. And then I find out that the state medical examiner ruled it a suicide, not an accident. So Dr. Gunson, who's our favorite person, said there were many steps that led her to that conclusion.
Huh.
Right?
Many steps, quote unquote.
Well, yes.
Like, how many are we talking here? These must be investigative steps that were presented to her, two different steps that got her to suicide, 12, a full-on Home Depot staircase full of
Right.
steps, who knows?
Right. Not exactly the kind of detail you throw in your diary.
Right. So you're out there, you're at this scene, you see the fact that a dude got vaporized by tannerite. It's your first day.
Yes.
You're in your suit too, by the way. You're
Yeah.
trying to make an impression. Like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
in it to win it.
Yeah.
Did you think about bailing? I mean, in all honesty, what was going through your mind at that point?
Maybe for 30 seconds, but then your inner voice was like, bitch, you got two kids at home. Sit down. Shut up. Do what you're told.
Relatable. I got to
Right?
put food on the table.
Yeah. So yeah, that was day one. And at that point, my career options boiled down to run, scream, or lean in. And
Mm-hmm.
clearly I stayed. And that's how you ended up stuck with me here.
And thank God you did stay. And thank goodness we are together.
Yeah. And you know what's wild? That wasn't even the weirdest day there in my career, but it's a good one.
It's a great one. And I'm so glad that I asked you about your first day, because I was going to tell you about my first crime scene. And I think they're kind of comparable. So,
Right.
so and I I love the fact that you hit the ground running with this agency. You showed them your chutzpah. You dug right in, so to speak.
That's a
And
good one.
you got it done. I mean, the thing is, with women in law enforcement careers, we are held to a certain standard, and we're thought to be not we're trying not to look weak. We're trying to be ourselves. We're trying to show our capabilities. And it's one of those things where you grab on and get your white knuckles going, and you hold on and let the ride begin, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I will guarantee you that I changed a lot of people's minds about me that day, for sure.
I can just imagine. Well, I had made up my mind when I met you a million years ago from the moment I saw you, that's for sure. But I mean, if we're going to talk about, I don't know, my first crime scene at some point, I don't want to say it makes your shovel run look like a cakewalk, but it might make your shovel run look like a cakewalk, because it involves
Right?
a dead lady with virtually no head, a guinea pig,
Oh, God.
and a snake.
So that's a good one. Wait, what? That's quite the
Oh,
combo.
oh, and by the way, and two live babies.
Oh, geez. You can't make this up. I can't even let my brain try to figure out that one out, right? I just can't. my brain's not comprehending all of those things together. So you'll just have to spill the tea with us.
Oh, I will. So my first crime scene will be one of our podcasts.
I love it. Can't wait.
Dead lady, no head, 2 live babies, a guinea pig, and a snake. But you're going to have to wait, dismembers, because that story deserves its own episode.
So listen, dismembers, next time you complain about your first day being boring, just remember, at least you didn't end up at Ace Hardware with shovels and human confetti. And actually, we want to hear from you. What was the worst first day of a job or the worst first day of your job?
That's a great question. Hit us up, dismembers. We'd love to know. Oh, yeah. Drop it in our DMs, people. I want to know if anyone out there can top hardware store shovel run for body parts.
Right?
Top it.
Anything embarrassing, disgusting, traumatic. We want it all. Bonus points if it involves retail staff staring at you like you're walking into a felony.
Who knows? We may even read a couple of them on air with voices, dramatic reenactments, maybe English accents.
Yeah. We're absolutely not above that. We will do things for clicks. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you, dismembers. So listen up. If you've got questions, case ideas, or memes, hey, slide those into our DMs. Oh, wait a minute. That didn't sound quite right. But we're not editing it out. Mindy, don't edit that out.
I'm not.
And if you want more info on the cases or the organizations we've talked about in our podcast, check out our site or our socials. We've got links to all the good shit. Seriously, do some clicks out there, dismembers. We'd love to hear from you.
Hey, Nikki, where are we meeting next time?
Oh, we're all done for today, I guess. But next time, Mindy, meet me at the morgue.